Kugan Cassius, IFL TV, MCK Global. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Eddie Hearn and Dalton Smith, who are obviously social distancing right now.
We're probably a touch close. It's got to be a metre in it.
That's it. Yeah, you said it in the press conference. This is a good test for Dalton on Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm going to talk now. While I'm talking, you're going to shut that door because I think it's going to be bad background.
Go on.
This is really exactly where I want boxing to be, because when these young fighters coming through get opportunities and we find them opponents, sometimes it feels like a little bit of a waste of time. We know they have to go through that process. You're never going to give a young fighter coming through in his first, second, third a tough fight. But there are times when you look at the ability of Dalton Smith and I look at the opponent and think, how much have we actually got out of that? Do you know what I mean? He's trained for 8 weeks. Has he actually learned? And it's always difficult matchmaking foreign opponents. And no British opponents want to fight Dalton Smith. But now the game's changed, where someone like a Nathan Bennett goes, look, I want an opportunity. I want to get paid. I will fight anyone. All right, well, will you fight Dalton Smith? Yes. Like, normally they wouldn't do that. And Dalton's had to step up as well, and Grant and the team. But they're up for it. And this, honestly, this is the perfect fight for Dalton Smith at the perfect time. Because if he's what we think he is, and we believe he is, he'll win in a really good fight, but he'll be tested, he'll learn so much, and it'll prepare him to move forward to the English title and the championship fights. And there's, you know, you just want to fight someone who wants to try and change their life. Because you know that this kid is going to give it absolutely everything, mate. Everything. He's not going to fly in, get a few quid, take one to the body around the side of the head and go, oh, you know what, I'll take a knee. No chance. They've trained hard. He's got Steve Harkin. They see this as an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see what Dalton's got, because he's going to have to perform well to win. If he underperforms or performs badly, he could lose on Saturday. So there is that right amount of pressure, but also let's see, you know, make it a bit tough. We want to see how tough Dalton Smith is.
Dalton, massive incentive for Nathan Bennett to come and beat you. There's a potential deal here with Eddie Hearn line, so he's not going to be coming back just to make up numbers there. But you know that.
Yeah, I know that, and I know that it's going to be a tough fight. And obviously he's got a family at home. He's a young kid and he's wanting to change his life, so it's a big opportunity for him. So, but that's just motivated me to train even harder in camp. And I know he's going to bring everything to the table on Saturday, but then I've got to step up and be, you know, the best I can be.
Is that your mentality though? You've only had a few fights, but you want those kind of tests now, because you can easily pad your record out to 10, 15 fights and kind of build it that way, but you want these kind of tests right now.
Yeah, but then you've got to find the balance. So you see fighters, they've had 15 fights, you know, got all these knockouts on the record, but you actually see who they've fought and they've boxed nobody, so it's a false record. And obviously you've got to be realistic, and you've got to take fights at the right time. And you know, Nathan's the perfect fight for me, and you know, I'm hoping he does test me. And you know, like you say, everyone wants to see what I've got, and it's up to me to show that.
Your slogan to this fight camp is no easy fights,
yeah.
And that's quite a testament all the way through the card.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to find. I've got probably the only issue of any card is trying to find an opponent next week for Hopey Price, and same thing applies. I've had guys who have come in. I've just thought not good enough, you know. And if we were in another world, I would have took them in a heartbeat for Hopey Price. But we can't come out and say we're changing boxing, no easy fights, and then give someone an easy fight. So, you know, this was the right fight, the right opportunity. And you know, guys who are getting out now are going to box again. If they win on Saturday, they're going to box again later in the year. So Dalton Smith's going to end up actually not really. You boxed in Manchester, didn't you, as well? So he's going to, if he wins on Saturday, he's going to box 3 times this year. The pandemic ain't been too bad for Dalton Smith, and he's actually progressed his career because he's stayed ready. You know, as soon as we were ready to start announcing fights, yes, I'm ready, first fight back. You know, and because he took this fight, he was able to jump on week 1. When he'd actually already boxed in March. And other people haven't boxed, but some people might have been a bit slow, maybe their weight weren't good. So you've got to be ready to step up, and you know, I can't wait, because I want to see Dalton Smith under a bit of pressure. I want to see someone firing back at him. I want to see someone take his shots, try and walk him down. You know, land big shots on his chin, because we're trying to prepare a world championship fighter here, someone that can unify the division. And these are the perfect steps to move in that direction. And he's exactly right what he said about padding records of 10 and 15 and 0. Now when you do that, when you step up in a big fight, you ain't ready. And all of a sudden it comes on top. And I've done it before. Listen, I've padded fighters' records and I thought they were the real deal. And then you get to a British Championship and you think, blimey, you're just not good enough, because you froze under pressure. When the heat started coming back, you melted. So it's good to get that experience now. And what we try and do is, he's boxed in the big arenas. You know, he's boxed at the O2, he's boxed at Manchester Arena, he's boxed at Sheffield Arena, not Sheffield Arena, but now he's boxing here. Totally different. But this kind of environment, he will learn so much, even down to being in the bubble. You know, this is an experience, bringing his cooker in, bringing his fridge in. It's only like the amateur days when he used to box on the road. This is all part of learning. But so that's great, learning, fighting in these are great arenas. But if the fight doesn't give you anything, it was a waste of time. And I know this fight is going to give Dalton Smith a lot, and hopefully he produces a great performance and gets a victory.
Dalton, Eddie Hearn wants to see your chin tested.
He don't, Grant don't. Yeah. That's not the idea, but you know what I mean.
Very limited spaces on these fight camp shows. There's 5 fights on them, so to get an opportunity is a great thing for you anyway, as it is for everyone that is on these cards.
Yeah, even just being here looking at the setup, obviously Eddie's, you know, when he puts a show on or does any event, you know, it's going to be top notch. So you know, you've got to give credit to Matchroom and Eddie as well, Sky Sports. So, but yeah, when I got asked for the opportunity on this, I know Eddie wanted, you know, obviously a tough fight, and I had to have someone who's coming to win, and you know, and I've got to thank Nathan as well, because he played a part in it. He called me out and, you know, made Eddie's life easier.
I don't think some fighters, Eddie, still realise how powerful, like Twitter especially, is in terms of
everybody
catching your attention.
Yeah, but you
to
know
make
what, as well, I
fights.
think that some fans, like the hardcore fans, look at people who are signed with Matchroom and, you know, like Dalton Smith and Caldina and all these guys and go, oh, they've got it, you know, they don't want to have a real fight. So when someone comes on who's got a decent record and starts giving it one, the fans kind of like get on their side and go, yeah, Dalton, fight this guy if you think, and he goes, all right then. And then all of a sudden, but you've got the narrative there already. Like, if he didn't do that on Twitter, no disrespect to Nathan Bennett, but no one knows who Nathan Bennett is yet. So all of a sudden, I'm conversing with him. People are into this situation where someone's called someone out on Twitter. Next thing is happening. Then we've got the storyline to start selling. You know, wow, he called him out on Twitter. It's happening. He's 9-1. He's, you know, in his early stages of his career. This is a great fight, and people are interested to see this fight, and people know. That's what I'm saying about bringing international opponents over. People don't know who they are. They don't know where they come from. We know this kid's from Liverpool. He's 9-1. He's tough as old boots. He's trained by Steve Harkin. You know, out of Kirkdale, mate. He's ready to fight. So it's perfect.
Saturday night. Let's rock and roll. Any final words from you, Dalton?
No, just tune in, because it's going to be some event.
Absolutely. I've just noticed that WeBuyAnyHouse.com. New sponsor, Ed.
Well, you know, we've got a few new sponsors.
I'm looking to get
Texo, Frenetics, We Buy Any House, of course, William Hill, JD, our usual partners. But big shout out, because these are quality people who, in tough times, say, you know what? In tough times, we need the best. Matchroom, baby.
Dalton, Eddie, thank you very much. Best of luck on Saturday night, Dalton Smith.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Cheers, mate. Well done.
Ed, nice one.